Hi, I'm Dennis Still, aka Dennis Gossamer in Second Life, or SL, and I'm located on one of the islands owned by the International Society for Technology and Education, or ISTE. I would like to welcome you to our team's SL tour. During this video, you will view tours created by Tom Turner, Jude Rathburn, Brian Thomas, Alicia Westbrooks, and me. And now let me allow you to teleport to Tom.
Thanks, Dennis. We're up here in the Second Life control room for the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. Let's get started with a look at what NASA's e-education area has to offer. These lunar modules were constructed by Second Lifers to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Apollo moon program. These were the winners of NASA's Moon Buggy of the Future contest. NASA also gives the opportunity for visitors to experience the thrills of blasting off in a rocket 4 kilometers into the sky. What NASA fails to provide you, though, is a parachute. If you want one, you'll have to bring your own. NASA isn't just about space exploration. They have partnered with NOAA and the USGS to better understand how water works here on Earth so that it can be used more effectively in space. This water simulation turns you into a drop of water as you travel through the water cycle as evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Eventually, your droplet of water returns to the ocean, similar to how most of Earth's water does on a daily basis. That's all from NASA. Now here's Jude Rathburn with a tour of the New Media Consortium.
Thanks, Tom. This is Zen Snowfall, also known as Jude Rathburn, reporting from the New Media Consortium's Orientation Island within Second Life. When we first arrive to the Orientation Island, sponsored by New Media Consortium, we see the signs that say, "Where can I find everything?" and "What does it all mean?" This site is a great place to go if you want to find out how to navigate throughout Second Life. Notice the nice bright orange arrows on the sidewalk that help us make our way through the area. We see information about advanced communication. We can also learn more about interacting with other residents, learn about photography in Second Life, and find out more information about basic building skills. Thanks for joining me. Now I'd like to turn it over to Brian at the Department of Energy.
Thank you, Jude. I have chosen to take BT Genesis on a tour of the U.S. Department of Energy. Here you can find a multitude of resources, such as job searching, real-time weather reporting, and even wildlife. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has an outpost off the island to show how tsunamis are formed and tsunami warnings. One of the most interesting parts of the island is the displays on various alternative energy resources, such as geothermal power, tidal generators, heliostat array, which is using solar reflection to heat up water tanks, and wind turbines, land and ocean. A fun little science experiment they allow that's impossible to experience outside of Second Life is a ride through a particle accelerator. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of the Department of Energy. Now to Alicia with a tour of the Star Trek Museum.
Welcome to the Star Trek Museum. If you're a Trekkie lover like myself, you'll really love this place. It has a lot of interesting things. Sitting here in the captain's chair, overlooking a mock of the Starship Enterprise bridge. One of the interactive things this museum has is the ability to click on videos and watch actors talk about their Star Trek experience. The Star Trek buffet offered many appetizing entrees that looked very delicious. Religion, philosophy, and mating habits, as well as cuisine, were in the culture room. The Vulcan room provided some history of the Vulcan experience. This has been Alicia Westbrooks. I'm now going to hand it back to Dennis.
Thanks, Alicia, for your great tour. Through the dedication of ISTE, there is a virtual location in Second Life where educators can go to find information related to education technology. ISTE has several islands available to house their endeavors, as well as the endeavors of the regional and state chapters of ISTE. The podcast tent is a spot in which people can go to learn information about technology usage in education. As we move toward the bloggers tent, you will see that in a virtual world you are able to create an atmosphere that draws people to your site. This is very similar to a website, but the visitors are actually walking around and are able to interact with other people who are in the site at the same time. The Bloggers tent provides many links to people who write about educational technology. Once again, the focus of ISTE is getting as much information in one place so educators can find it without traveling all over the internet. Also located on the ISTE Island is a small amphitheater where people can gather to listen to a speaker or view an educational video. Imagine, instead of traveling across the country or world, you can enjoy the virtual lecture in real time from the comfort of your living room. Finally, as I have a seat in the Arizona chapter of ISTE, I hope you have enjoyed the collaborative effort of our team as we give you an opportunity to see what Second Life has to offer.